I think the experience, aggression, and accuracy will starch a very overly eager Ryan Garcia, who will open up big in an attempt to outwork Davis, but will fall short. Okay, let's take it back to last weekend. It's 5 a.m., I'm strung out on energy drinks, and I'm waiting on Gervonta Davis to walk out and do his thing. Now, as I sit there, I hear something. I hear something familiar. Oh man, it's Chief Keef. Losing it, man. I was losing my stuff, singing along, just hopping around my room at 5 a.m. I'm surprised my neighbors didn't come over and beat my ass. I was just making a whole bunch of noise. But besides that, I knew it was over. It was over for Ryan. If I was in that cage, I would have just like been like, "Hey yo, bruh, coffin climbing one. It's over, dunzo." And yeah, man walks up with Chief Keef, dog. Like, I'm sorry, bro. If I was Ryan Garcia, honestly, man, I'd be climbing out that ring so fast, bro. You'd think I'm Spider-Man. Holy crap, man. I'd be out of there. Because I know, man, you come into Chief Keef, bro, you can... Man, you probably knock out a mountain if you wanted to, bro. Like, you ever, like, listen to Chief Keef and do the dishes, bro, and just end up shooting him or something? Okay, I'm joking, but yeah, I was hype. I was so hype. And then, the match begun. Okay, so, round one begins. As both men just sort of measure it out, Garcia is a little bit more busy, poking out the jab, trying to get into range, and Tank is just patiently just waiting, just downloading, just absorbing. And rather an eventful round. I started hoping that it wasn't a bad omen for the rest of the fight. I was hoping these guys wouldn't just dance around each other, a la Esparza versus Rose. How trash was that stuff, dude? Like, oh my god. But anyway, round one wasn't as eventful, but we give it to Garcia on volume and activity, and that neat little jab he landed towards the end. Yeah, so it's 1-0 Garcia. But now we enter round two. So Garcia starts feeling himself. Garcia thinks he's doing something, and he decides, you know what? I'm about to open up on this dude, and open up he does, but he's just winging it. He's trying to find that left hook. He is just, trying to go at it, but here is when I saw what Tank's team had done or had come up with for the hooks. Now, let's go back to my last video for a moment. I said that for that hook to work, he requires distance, right? That's because the hook is a very distance-dependent weapon. The person has to be just right to hit your maximum swing. And obviously Tank's team knew that, and they made sure to take away all kind of distance by just either crushing into him the whole time or just not being there, but mostly crushing into him, destroying the range he needs, and Garcia could not find the range at all. That's why he was only opening up when they were against the cage. It's because... when you're against the cage, oh my god, my MMA is showing. I think I've already said that like twice now, but okay, if you hear me say the word cage, you just know that I mean ring, okay? I'm sorry, I'm too MMA brained. Sorry. I'm not gonna go back and edit it out just for one word, but I digress. So, they took away his weapons, but they took away his weapons like with that, Jackie Chan, take your gun away from you and point it back at you type thing. But the only difference is that they actually pulled the trigger this time. What I'm saying is, in round two, Tank scores a knockdown. But he scores a knockdown after Garcia overcommits with the left hook and leaves himself open. He just bang, sets it up, just tucks a little uppercut in there. By little, I mean absolutely face crushing. Like, look at the vibration it sends through Garcia's head. Look at how scrunched up it looks, like in between. Like, oh, dude, this, man. So Garcia gets knocked down for the second time in his career. Now, I gotta give it to Garcia for a little bit. I thought that this knockdown would like kill him, like he'd be just flat out, but no, dude's got a little bit of a chin on him. I mean, Tank lands flush on him and he comes back up. Yeah, cool, but he did not come back up the same person. Now, from here on in, we're not gonna go round by round because Garcia just starts getting drowned. Okay, like Tank puts it on. Tank starts getting more aggressive. Tank starts using that accuracy, and yeah, he still had it. He was just taking away that hook by just distance, man, going in there. You know, it's you know what they say about a kicker in MMA. They say to take away the kicks, you gotta crowd the kicker. Same thing with his hooks. Just crowd the guy. Don't allow him the distance, because the moment you start being scared and pulling away, you're pulling away to put yourself in the distance for Garcia's hooks, and he's just too good for that. You know, I think the main problem Garcia had here could be summed up very well by a quote I heard from one of my favorite movies ever, The Dark Knight Rises. And here's I think you know what the quote is, but I'll just play it here anyway.
You fight like a younger man. There's nothing held back. It's admirable, but mistaken.
Yes, he came in overeager. And that body hook that finished it, that was just... oh, man. And it just speaks to the maturity of Tank, you know? He stayed patient, even though he clearly lost round one. He stayed patient, kept looking for it, he didn't overswing, he didn't throw too much, because he knew he had the accuracy, and the accuracy will have the power, and Tank just kept drowning, and yeah. Tank did what he said. I'm gonna take you to the deep waters, and I'm gonna drown you. That's what he did. He took Garcia to where he's never been, and Garcia just never came back. Now I gotta wonder. Okay, I really gotta wonder. How is this gonna affect Garcia's confidence going forward? Because he spoke a big game. Like, remember when he was on Hotbox talking about 2 round, that's all I need. Hey, Tank, 2 round. Yeah, what, and then talking about how I'm gonna break your jaw. Yeah, calling the rounds and stuff is just bad. But Tank comes out victorious, and yeah, as braggadocious as I sound, this wasn't really like a super genius. Ooh, I saw it before everybody else did. No, it was pretty obvious what was gonna happen. I was actually gonna be a bit more shocked if it went the distance, but yeah, Tank gets it done, and now we gotta ask, what next? I only started watching boxing last week, so if this seems too far-fetched, whatever, but I think the winner of Loma versus Haney, yeah, definitely be next up for Tank. It'd be pretty cool if whoever won that match just in the octagon straight up called out Tank. That'll be tight, and I hope it's Haney. Also gotta be doing a fighter data breakdown for Haney versus Lomachenko, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But besides that, I think that's all there is to it, man. I mean, it went down like I said it would, and now we can move on to what's next. There's just a lot of exciting stuff going on, and I guess that's all for now. Thank you for joining me for another installment of Fighter Data Breakdown. From here on out, this one's for my real ones. If you'd like to be a real one, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And I'd also like to thank my real ones for 3,000 views on my last video from the last time I checked. That is insane, because like my other videos barely crack like a few hundred. Some of them are even like in the 2 digits for now. So for this one to do as well as it did, yeah, thanks for everyone who watched. It means a lot. It's really motivating. Makes me want to keeping on doing that good stuff. And yeah, besides that, I'll just take this time to announce a couple of videos. I have the fighter data breakdown for Cejudo versus Aljamain Sterling. I feel like I've taken enough of a detour away from MMA. Now I gotta get back to my MMA real ones again. Don't worry, my dudes. I got you. Probably gonna be doing only like 3 fights from that card, like the main, co-main, and feature bout. Mostly because I have other content I want to put out. Because as soon as I put out that content, I want to start a Patreon. Yes, that's my final goal. That I've been talking about this whole time. This is leading up to something else. It's just a Patreon. It's not nothing too crazy. So, but I'm only gonna drop that Patreon after I have like enough content and enough eyes on me, I guess. I mean, that's how I put it. But besides that, thank you to all the ones who've been here so far. Thank you to the guys who've been there from the start. Thanks everyone, man. Thank you all. If you're subscribed, you're a real one. If you're listening right now, you're a real one. If you watched my previous video, you're a real one. If you just watched this one, hey, guess who's a real one? But yeah, no, like seriously, jokes aside, thanks. And yeah, got more content coming. I got some video essays I'm working on. I got some MMA, not fighter data breakdown, MMA related content, and I got some animations in the works too. So I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Thank you.